What's up, YouTube family? This is the RSX State of the Union address. Wow. So there won't be any real cool content in this video, just kind of an update on what's going on and probably some good information for you if you have a K-Series or an RSX and you're thinking for some reason to swap a K20 Z3 into one. Let me give a little bit of a backstory on this. Some of you guys, if you are friends with me on Facebook or anything like that, you know I was kind of trying to unload this Z3. I was actually trying to trade it for a K20 A2. I knew going into it, it was going to be easier to just put an A2 in here. And to be honest with you, I wish I'd have went with my gut on this one. I wish I wouldn't have even started putting the Z3 in here because, wow, it's a pain in the butt. So hold that thought, and I'm going to show you some of the sad news. This is the mess I have right here. So this right here, this is the K20 A2 that came out of my RSX. This is the new Z3. I guess what I'm saying is the sad news is, look how clean this engine is. I mean, I haven't cleaned it or anything. That's just fresh, taking the oil pan off. It's so clean, no visible damage to anything. Here's a good shot of the head. Yeah, and I know you guys see kind of what I'm working with here. You know, no fancy engine stands or anything like that. Like literally, this one's sitting on tire, transmissions over there, oil pan, all-wheel drive, two-wheel drive. This one's sitting here in a huge catastrophe because the plan was this morning was to go ahead and put the A2 oil pump on the Z3, which is the same thing. If any of you guys have done this or looked into doing it, it's kind of like doing a K24 where you have to shave the oil pump right there. So you see where it's been cut. And the reason I did all that and I didn't just use the Z3 oil pan, that was actually my first plan. I wasn't going to mess with the oil pump. I was just going to leave the balance shafts in there. But I cracked the oil pan, moving it around. I think it was when I was taking the flywheel off. I dropped it, not a lot, like literally like 2 inches, 1 inch from the off, just like literally just laying it down off of that dolly. And it cracked that oil pan all up. So the options was either, my options were either to buy a new oil pan or just use the stuff I have. I decided to use the stuff I had because, well, I already have it. And I figured I could do the upgrades to the A2 when I start rebuilding it. Again, probably the wrong move. Now I wish I wouldn't have even messed with it because despite what the internet will tell you, you cannot use the chain from, this is the A2 oil pump chain right here. And, well, really can't get to that one. But long story short is this one is a little longer. So it's not so bad because I was already going to tear this motor down. But it's just really confusing having these exact parts. And, you know, I've got stuff bagged and tagged and all that. Kind of know where it is. But I just hate tearing two down at one time because it's a mess. And it's hard to keep track of everything. And so there's also other stuff I'm doing as I'm doing this. I'm kind of rerouting some things, cleaning up some stuff, even though it's kind of as clean as it can be, even though it is a mess. If you have AC, power steering, heater, ABS, all that good stuff, you're just kind of, it's just kind of going to be messy. You know, it's possible to tuck some of this stuff, but truthfully, I'm not really worried about it. I'm more worried about function. But anyway, yeah, just a huge mess. The new motor looks not near as good as this one does. It's got some, I just tried to throw some paint on it. By the time I get all the new accessories and the oil pan and all that on there won't be much of it left that's paint anyway. So I'm trying to think what else I have going on. Finally got the innovative motor mount on. So yeah, just a huge mess. It's having to go back to this other manifold, which is I'm using, it's the same kind of manifold I had, which there's the one that I was using with the adapter and the skunk through throttle body, but it all changed when it goes to that uncut Z3 manifold, because if you don't know, you have to cut those. And so the one I'm going to be using now that's going on the Z3 motor is uncut. So some of that's going to have to be rerouted. Anyways, I'm just going to end the video because I could go on forever. It's way more than I expected it. Well, I can't say expected. I expected it to be bad. That's why I wanted to get another K20A2. But I just couldn't find anyone with one locally. And so I just decided to use what I had. And boy, it's going to be a huge pain. But I think when we go back together, I'm probably going to go ahead and try to get some 2200 to maybe 1650 cc injectors. When it comes to injectors, I'm kind of like, when I do buy injectors, I try to just go big because then you ain't got to do it again. But yeah, I'm probably, by the time I get it put back together, I'm probably going to go ahead and put some big injectors in it and go E85 now. Just get away from the pump gas stuff. At least partially, like, you know, do an ethanol content sensor and have that ability to go E. I feel like it's going to be safer for what I'm doing. But yeah, so after that, after I get this all done, the plan is to start tearing into that K20A2 and get it, find out what was wrong with it, because I still don't know. The motor looks great. The cylinders look great for the best I can tell, but I haven't pulled the head yet. Oh, my dog's running around. Let's see. I think she's about to attack the cat. Get her. Get her. Get him. Get him. What? Hey. 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 You getting that cat? Get that cat. Get him. Get him. Get him. Oh, look. Look. Get that rock. Get it. Oh, yes. Get that rock. Get it. Anyway. So, yeah, that's where we stand. Oh, I wanted to show you guys something. I don't think y'all have seen this. I don't think I've showed y'all. I did a little gas filler neck on the fuel cell. Much recommended. It really helped with the fumes. Thing was kind of fumy. Thank you guys for watching. Leave me a comment and like. Peace.